President as well as the Vice President, Lucia Witbooi, joined by the service chiefs and members of cabinet, have already taken position. That is now to wait for the arrival of the guest of honor, that's the Prime Minister of India. Back to you guys in the studio.
Blanche Caresses there at State House, just giving us a glimpse of what we can expect during the day. Now, of course, she was speaking to Ambassador Penda Nanda, and of course, as he highlighted, relations between Namibia and India are very sound, and of course, engagement will center around investment and trade and the translocation of cheetahs to India from here, Namibia. Well, we'll be crossing over later as soon as the proceedings begin, once the Prime Minister of India arrives at State House. Well, we continue with more developments here. The NBC's Director General has been hailed as a champion of change and the master of transformation. Well, Stanley Similo was honored yesterday after the corporation renamed its Studio 4 at the TV Center in Windhoek to SBS Studio, but some are of the opinion that the honor could be better given his immense contribution to the national broadcaster. And Similo's leadership, what was once a storage room, became a state-of-the-art production studio. Some of his achievements were the corporation's annual revenue, which surpassed $100 million, and under his leadership, local content significantly increased, seeing the landmark partnership with MultiChoice resulting in the production of 13 local films. Similo championed institutional accountability by approving NBC's gender policy, ensuring audited financials, and driving the creation of youth-led current affairs programs. It was under his leadership that the NBC earned the title of Most Admired Brand, and his leadership went as far as serving the 3 terms as president of the Southern African Broadcasting Association.
As we are busy building our nation, as we are busy building museums and institutions and monuments, we must always recognize those people who contributed to those institutions.
I would want Comrade Jacobs, I would want in no time that we remove the name from here. Maybe in a year, maybe in 2 years' time, we remove that label from here and we hang that label at the gate.
Those who know Stanley well know he can be lovingly stubborn when convinced he is right. Whether it's a professional decision or something as simple as packing a car boot. While it sparked lively debates at home, it's also a testament to his conviction and commitment to doing things right. And I must admit, he's often right.
Well, we will now cross over to the State House for the state visit by Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
I need to move back. Protocol is moving me back. Protocol is moving me back. Please cut from me. Who's on? No, I need to move.
Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister of the Republic of India, the Namibian President Dr. is formed up and ready for inspection. Reporting, Benja Simon Apollo, Your Excellency.
Excellency, I will introduce some of our delegates.
Yes.
Okay, tadi baru ke?
Our
Minister of Finance, our Minister of Education, Innovation, Youth, Sports and Culture, our Minister of Justice and Labor Relations, our Minister of Agriculture, Fishery, Water and Land Reform, our Minister of Environment, Forestry,
Okay, Bu.
our Director General of National Planning, our Governor of Commerce Region, Honorable Sam Shafishuna Nyong. Worship the Mayor of the City of Windhoek, the Press Officer in the Presidency, your own citizen, the High Commissioner, for Minister of International Relations, our ED for the Ministry of Industries, Mines and Energy, the Deputy Governor of the Head of Namibia, the Vice Chancellor of Science and Technology, Chief of Protocol, take over.
The delegation. ये अपने बंदे को उनको पीछे वाले को दिखाओ ना प्लीज नो वी आर लाइव आल्सो वी आल्सो ओ No. Focus. Be steady. Go.
I need to go inside, guys. We need to go in there. Una. I'm telling you, the president already went inside. People are gone inside. Oh, yeah. Bakonja?
Bakonja, we need for the state. Bakonja.
I think we can go with Murundu's Kama.
So we don't struggle with the party.
Yes, good morning. My name is Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Industries, Mines and Energy.
Good morning. My name is Lucia Ipumbu, Minister of Home Affairs, Immigration, Safety and Security. Thank you and welcome to Namibia.
Good morning, Excellencies. Welcome to the land of the brave. My name is Emma Theophilus, Member of Parliament and Minister responsible for Information Communications Technology.
Very good morning and welcome to Namibia. My name is Eric Ashafuda, Member of Parliament and Minister of Finance.
A warm good morning, Your Excellencies. My name is Sanet Steenkamp. I'm a Member of Parliament and Minister of Education, Innovation, Youth, Sports, Arts and Culture. Thank you.
Good morning, Your Excellencies, Honorable Ministers. My name is Inge Ramwami. I'm Minister responsible for Agriculture, Water, Fisheries and Land Reform.
Good morning, Your Excellencies, Honorable Ministers. My name is Gabriel Sinimbo, High Commissioner of Namibia to the Republic of India.
Good morning, everyone, honorables and my colleagues. My name is Indileni Daniel, Minister of Environment, Forestry and Tourism.
Good morning, honorables. My name is Esperance Luvendau, Minister of Health and Social Services.
Good morning, ministers. My name is Kairam Bwende, Director General of National Planning.
Good morning, honorable ministers. My name is James Sankwasa, Minister of Urban and Rural Development.
Good morning, Your Excellency. Good morning, fellow cabinet members. My name is Wise Emmanuel, the Minister responsible for Justice and Labor Relations.
Thank you. Thank you, Excellencies. Again, let me say what a great pleasure it is in my case to be back in Namibia. I was here just a few years ago, and it's wonderful to meet all of you. And we are really looking forward to the Prime Minister's visit, and we do believe that it will give our relationship a new momentum, take it to the next level. I'm Jai Shankar, I'm the Minister of External Affairs, and I would reciprocate your courtesy and request my colleagues to introduce themselves as well.
Good morning, Excellencies. My name is Damu Ravi. I'm Secretary Economic Relations. I handle Africa as one of my charge. Thank you.
Good morning, Excellencies. I'm truly delighted to be in your beautiful country. I am Randhir Jaiswal. I'm the spokesperson of the Ministry of External Affairs.
Good morning, Excellencies. My name is Vivek Kumar. I am Private Secretary to the Prime Minister.
Good morning, Excellencies. I'm Shweta Singh. I work in the Prime Minister's Office as Director.
Good morning, Excellencies. I'm Nidhi Tiwari, Private Secretary to the Prime Minister.
Good morning, Excellencies. My name is Vikram Misri. I'm the Foreign Secretary.
Good morning, Excellencies. My name is Rahul Srivastav and I'm the High Commissioner of India in Namibia.
Good morning, Excellencies. I am Deepak Mittal, Additional Secretary in the Prime Minister's Office.
Good morning, Excellencies. I am Mayank Singh, Joint Secretary in charge of East and Southern Africa in the Ministry of External Affairs.
Good morning, Excellencies. My name is Vipin Kumar. I am Deputy Secretary in the Prime Minister's Office.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, dear colleague. We really feel delighted that Namibia was included among the 5 countries to which the Right Honorable Prime Minister visited. I think this speaks to our long-standing relationship, and we want you to feel at home, because this is a country to whose independence India has contributed. You were among the first countries to basically grant the SWAPO full diplomatic status. You have been with us in good time and bad times, and we are so delighted that we are having this opportunity to further strengthen our relationship. Let me also congratulate you, Honorable Minister, for your reappointment as a Minister of External Relations. 2025 marks 35 years of the signing of diplomatic relations between our 2 countries, but that doesn't take away the historical relationship we are having. So we are very much delighted, but I think I will be remiss if I do not reiterate Namibia's condolences following the tragic air accident that occurred. We continue to keep the families in our prayer for healing. India has been a very worthy development partner. You continue to contribute to our capacity building. When we say we are benefiting from the Commonwealth technical cooperation, it's basically India that is granting that technical cooperation. We are also happy that in various areas, for example, in the area of defense, we are sharpening our cooperation, and we are hoping that this visit will also identify future areas in which we can cooperate in. At the multilateral level, we continue to cooperate. We just had a very successful Commonwealth meeting where India also participated, and for the first time we had a business forum that was attached to that meeting. So we are hoping that this will put economic content to cooperation also at the Commonwealth level. This year also marks 80th anniversary of the United Nations. So we are hoping that we can continue to cooperate as well at the multilateral level. I will then just ask my colleagues, each one to just have 2 minutes to mention an area or as an area in their sector of cooperation that they want to highlight. Honorable Minister, if that is okay with you. Very good. Let me start to my right in order of seniority.
Good morning, Your Excellency. And building on the words of our youthful minister here, who has gotten up very early, enthused with the energy of youth. Welcome once again. I think from our side, apart from the sentiments of welcome as has been expressed. Of course, we maybe on a lighter note, my science and mathematics teacher in high school was from India, a man called Kuriakose. Yes. So, which means the relationship started not only from the trenches, as it were, but also in the classroom here in Namibia. There are those relationships that exist, as well as the capacity building and so forth. Not too long ago, we met with the High Commissioner, Excellency, and we outlined specific areas that the Office of the Prime Minister would like to explore in terms of relationships in the field of disaster risk management, capacity building, small-scale irrigation and agricultural activities, as well as, in so doing, capacitating or skills transfer to our young people, many of whom have studied agriculture. And we believe that with the expertise that you possess, our young people will be able to be producers of food in the rural areas, as well as in the drilling of boreholes and so forth, in the IT sector, because the Office of the Prime Minister coordinates that. So, amongst others, that is where the Office of the Prime Minister would like to continue to work closely through your High Commission, so that we can inject a sense of implementation of what we are signing. So, Comrade Minister, from our side, I think is once again to renew the very, maybe in closing, I would say that my first visit to India was in Hyderabad, and we were sent by the party to represent it in the South-South Cooperation Organization. So I saw firsthand the resilience of the Indian people, the hospitality of the Indian people, the ingenuity of the Indian people. So we're looking forward to that. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Minister, and Your Excellencies. Good morning once again. In my capacity as Deputy Prime Minister, the Prime Minister have covered myself on that. But when it comes to my capacity as Minister of Industries, Mines and Energy, we are looking forward for the collaborations that Namibia is already having with India, just to strengthen that by signing 2 agreements from my ministry, the establishment of the Entrepreneur Development Center, whereby we are going to appreciate the technical support from your country. The center is going to assist young people in mentorship, in networking opportunity, and also job creations. So we further going to look at our country joining the Global Biofuel Alliance, whereby India is one of the bigger countries that have initiated that program. It's India, it's the United States, and one of the big countries. We have about 16 or 19 countries that have already joined, so Namibia is looking forward to signing this agreement as well to join the other countries in the world. I so submit. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. And I should welcome and appreciate the delegation led by the Honorable Minister and the rest of the members of the delegation. I am responsible for Home Affairs, Immigration, Safety and Security. And on that note, I first want to really appreciate the work that have been done since the Memorandum of Understanding was signed between our 2 governments, and that is, to be specific, by the Namibian Police Forensic Science Institute. So far, there has been training of about 17 members under the agreement that took place in 2022, and we know the agreement is running for the next 5 years, and we're looking forward to extend and remodel the activities that are to be undertaken through that agreement. We also have taken note of the various training that were also conducted in terms of capacity building programs and courses between our two governments that are also of technical and economic cooperation. We looking forward as we move forward to cooperate, especially in the Department of Police or under the arrangement of the agreement and MOU that we have in place on crime scene management, cyber security investigation, financial crime investigation, forensic food technology, firearm-related crime investigation, and money laundering investigations. We also looking forward, as we move forward, to also sign an MOU in the future for exchange of offenders between our two countries. But on the side of immigration, which I'm also responsible for, we're looking forward to, through the High Commissioner, to strengthen the deliberations on us bringing on board India as one of those that will be benefiting from visas on arrival. I so submit, and thank you, Honorable Minister.
Let me just say, Excellencies, before our principals come in, again, what a pleasure it is to be here. Prime Minister, you referred to an old association. I myself had the privilege of first coming here 30 years ago, and it was a very memorable visit at that time. I was again here 2 years ago. And I think broadly what all of you touched upon is really the practical aspects of South-South cooperation. I mean, this is clearly a very strong solidarity that we have. It's a solidarity that's expressed historically in our support for SWAPO. But today, I think that solidarity has to transform itself into a sort of practical program of cooperation. And it spans a variety of dimensions and fields. Each one of you, in some way, your particular jurisdictions or responsibility has something to do with that. And we have done some of it. When I was here 2 years ago, it was a pleasure to visit the IT center. But I think for us, really, when we look today at the changes which are taking place in India, we feel some of these experiences, digital public infrastructure, for example, is an experience that is definitely worth sharing, or experiences in health security, in food security, in energy security. And why that is important is we are living in a world where it's important for countries of the South to look out for themselves. And I think we have to be realistic about what the direction in which the world is moving. And those of us who have that feeling for each other, that very strong bonding, and who have that willingness to share, I think it's incumbent on us to do more of that. And certainly, I think with the Prime Minister's visit and his discussions with Her Excellency, we hope that much of that would be given practical shape. And then, Minister, I think you and I will have the responsibility of seeing it through. So it will be our job to really coordinate with colleagues in either end and make sure that whatever vision that they have, whatever directions that they give, we kind of deliver on the ground in a practical way. Also, I think as our relationship goes deeper, there will be various framework agreements and understandings. For example, exchanges, or legal or immigration-related visas, for example. All these need constant re-looking. Wherever there are things to be done, gaps to be plugged, we should be looking at it. But we do take pride today in contributing really to building of capacities, because I think that is really the most crucial challenges. I mean, once any society has capacities, they know what to do with it. We regard that capacity building as the core of our South-South cooperation, and we've always been very appreciative that Namibia has been a very strong partner, including in our Voice of the Global South exercises. So I'm sure we will continue that.
Geopolitics poses are actually in themselves an opportunity for the countries of the Global South to harness our collective strength and come together, make ourselves more relevant. So I look forward to working with you, but I think before our principals come in, one sector that India is very, very strong is health. And I want to give the Minister of Health just 2 minutes to...
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Good morning once again, Honourables. Thank you for the visit. As the Honourable Minister has stated, we have enjoyed years of relations with India that dates back even before COVID, because we continue to highlight the assistance that was given from India during the COVID times, of which we very much appreciate. But even before that, there's been bilateral relations in terms of the field of training and education, as well as research, which we know India is very strong in particularly. We are looking forward to exploring further areas of cooperation, particularly in health and medicine. And there we are really looking at a few MOUs that we have on the table, looking at exploring particularly the strength that India has in terms of manufacturing pharmaceuticals. We've had the conversation with various, from the ambassador to the minister already. And we look forward to signing this particular umbrella MOU that speaks to health and medicine broadly. But then looking forward to expanding that, particularly looking at the direct procurement as we had previously discussed. Namibia has made great strides in other areas such as primary health care, as well as the Abuja Declaration, which we've spoken about time and time again. However, we look forward to exploring further once this MOU is signed and drawing from the strengths of our Indian counterparts and learning where you have excelled, as I mentioned, particularly in the field of research, education, as well as pharmaceutical manufacturing. Thank you.
Thank you. Environment is becoming a very important pillar of international relations. Minister Ndileni, 2 minutes.
Good morning once again, Honourables. Yes, India. Maybe I'll just shortly go straight to the Big Cat Alliance that we are all excited and eager to understand it and to join it. But at the moment, we are eager and very excited, even though we might not join and sign the memorandum right away. To start off, Namibia will start as an observer with the eagerness and expectation to join at a later stage. But it's an initiative that we are excited and very eager to look and looking forward to. I think those are just few things that I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Education? And then MICT.
Thank you very much, esteemed ministers. In the field of education, basically we are very interested with India in discussions for cultural cooperation, especially in terms of theoretical dance, drama, but also in terms of archaeology specifically. And then, of course, we also look into archives and archivists, especially digitization of record management. That is something that we have moved towards, but we would, of course, like to learn so much more and exchange also our staff members Those are some of the fields in terms of heritage. So it's heritage culture, archaeology specifically, and then of course also the record management that I've already mentioned, and theoretical dancing. This is still under discussions, and we look forward to, once it's been internalized and discussed, that we could eventually sign that memorandum of understanding. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Comrade Minister, and thank you again to the Indian delegation for this official talks. In the area of information communications technology, we have an MOU to sign today on the cooperation in the field of sharing successful digital solutions, especially implemented at the population scale for digital transformation. Namibia is on its own digital transformation journey, and we look forward to signing further cooperation in cybersecurity matters. We know India, as you have indicated, Excellency, you have an excellent digital public infrastructure, and we are keen to learn from how you were able to get government services to more than 1 billion people in comparison to Namibia that only has 3 million people. So we're very, very eager to learn from those experiences. But more importantly, we also want to learn about your data protection and privacy initiatives. India has done so well to literally have data as an open source ability for digital solutions for its nation, and we're looking forward to strengthen our cooperation in that area. And finally, the interoperability of systems. Government is usually a big institution. Added with the private sector and part of civil society, systems continue to link how a country functions, and we want to make Namibia very close to the interoperability of systems we have succeeded in doing in India. So we look forward to strengthening our cooperation where that is concerned. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I don't want to be accused of being gender insensitive. I can see that most of the women ministers are sitting this, so let me move to my left. Minister Sangwasa, any word?
Thank you very much. My responsibility goes with urban rural development. We are faced in rural areas with the digital communication because the rural areas, if are not developed, will be left behind in education when kids are not learning on the internet as compared to their counterparts in urban areas. So rural electrification or energizing of our rural schools and clinics becomes very important as part and parcel of rural development. So if you can tap and see how you deal with rural areas in water supply and sanitation, that will be a godsend part. Thank you.
Finance.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, Honorable Ministers on the other side, and to the delegation. Once again, welcome. From finance, 2 points. One is a word of appreciation that India and Namibia, especially at the central banks level, they are collaborating because we have realized the transformative potential of India's unified payment initiative or interface. And the Bank of Namibia is also developing an instant payment system really aimed at financial inclusion. And we are learning a lot from India in that regard. And the Minister of Finance has an interest on that instant payment solution that Bank of Namibia is developing, because we also manage social grants payments. And it will be good for us to have this included in that payment platform. One, to reduce or to bring about efficiencies in its operations, and also to make sure that we are moving with time in terms of technology. Lastly, from my side, Madam Chairperson, is again to indicate that yes, Minister of Finance in all over the world, we are to finance development. And financing development is not as easy as I'm saying it, because you have to mobilize resources. For now, we rely on strengthening our domestic resource mobilization, but we also look at that beyond taxation. So we will rely also on the expertise from India in terms of triple P arrangements, and we will come with a request in that regard. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. Agriculture? Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, Honorable Ministers and Delegation. Our key priority, there are many, but the one that I would like to mention here is to ensure food security. And in order for us to ensure food security, it means scaling up production. And to scale up production means that introducing technology and mechanization in the field of especially the value chain development. Knowing that India has made advances in terms of the mechanization of your agricultural sector, we would be interested in cooperating with you in terms of capacity building, technology transfer, especially in the field of seeds and fertilizers development, as well as animal health, in particular vaccine development. And we have a framework agreement which we hope that in due time will be signed, and then we can start with technology and capacity building cooperation between our two countries. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Honorable Minister, No, I'm waiting. Justice, you wanted to come in before I yield to the minister? I was told you want to.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Well, I think my hand wasn't up, but since I have the floor, I can say one or two things. As I have indicated during the introduction, I'm the Minister caring for Justice and Labor Relations. I think
of the Republic of India, Honorable Chang Hak, Minister of External Affairs of the Republic of India, Honorable Ministers from Namibia and India present here, Right Honorable Prime Minister of the Republic of Namibia and Deputy Prime Minister, members of the delegation from India, High Commissioner of India to Namibia and High Commissioner of Namibia to India, our senior officials, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me a great pleasure to extend heartfelt welcome to you, Honorable Prime Minister, and your esteemed delegation to the Republic of Namibia. We are deeply honored that you found time and accept our invitation to visit Namibia. This historical state visit, in particular significant as it marks the 35 years since the establishment of diplomatic relations between our two countries, and yet another manifestation of unwavering bonds of friendship and solidarity. To me personally, it's very historic in the sense that since I took over as President of the Republic of Namibia on the 21st of March this year, this is the first state visit I'm hosting, and I don't take it very lightly. Honorable Prime Minister, our historical and long-standing ties are rooted in India's principled support for our struggle for liberation, independence, and democracy, which we will continue to cherish. Today, we are bonded by our collective desire and commitment to democratic principle of freedom, peace, stability, and the rule of law. Giving rise to our ultimate vision and goals of economic development and prosperity for our citizens. This state visit therefore provides us indeed the opportunity to give impetus to that vision and the goal by strengthening trade, investment, technical cooperation, political, and people-to-people relations between our two countries. Honorable Prime Minister, the frequent mutual high-level visit, engagement, and structured bilateral mechanism, such as our Joint Commission of Cooperation and Joint Trade Committee, have enabled us to deepen our relationship across many fields. Not long ago, I was pleased to receive here the Minister for External Relations of India, who is part of the delegation today, and together we inaugurated the Center of Excellency at the Namibia University of Science and Technology, which is a symbol of our shared investment in digital transformation, a center that the young people of Namibia highly appreciated. Moreover, we have together also made important strides to develop and diversify our relations, particularly in the area of ICT, human resources development, agriculture, pharmaceuticals, and defense, among others. Our excellent relations and cooperation continue to thrive and deepen through the expansion of frameworks of cooperation across a wide range of priority sectors, notably the Indian Technical and Economic Cooperation Programs and the Indian Council of Culture relationship. The 8th administration, Honorable Prime Minister, I can inform you that creative industry is one of our priority areas. Structured cooperation in defense and public administration also expanding, particularly through the Memorandum of Understanding between the Namibian Institute of Public Administration and Management and the Rala Bahada Sharit National Academy of Administration. We are further encouraged by our shared commitment to biodiversity conservation. The successful translocation of cheetahs from Namibia to India is not just an act of ecological restoration, it's a global symbol of innovative South-South cooperation and sustainable partnership. In the health sector, we welcome India's proposal under the Pharmacy of the World initiative to establish a pharmaceutical manufacturing facility in Namibia. This initiative would significantly enhance regional health security and align with Namibia's goal of strengthening domestic production capability in the health sector. And we are eager to finalize the outstanding Memorandum of Understanding in the health cooperation. Honorable Prime Minister, we are equally encouraged by India's proposal to establish a Namibia-India Entrepreneurship Development Center. We believe this center will serve as a motivation for innovation, skills development, and entrepreneurship, especially for the youth and women in our country. India remains one of Namibia's largest trading partners. As such, trade and investment cooperation remains central to our bilateral agenda. I believe that both our countries have the capacity to expand trade and investment, and we see immense potential for scaling up cooperation in the following strategic areas: green hydrogen and clean hydrogen, mining and value addition, oil and gas, infrastructure development, agriculture and food security, as well as tourism development, among others. We must therefore do more to develop and capitalize on the opportunities available to us to fully realize our trade investment potential. The Namibia-India Joint Trade Committee constitutes valuable mechanism to this end, and we are looking forward to the holding of the fourth session later this month. This is all in line with our broader national agenda to attract meaningful foreign direct investment, further diversify our export basket, and improve terms of trade with the view of increasing economic or speeding up economic development, to offer much needed employment, especially for our youth, reduce poverty, and to provide dignified life for all our people. Honorable Prime Minister, in the area of international cooperation, present global challenges have exposed the limitation and fragility of multilateral institutions that lack democratic principle and equitable representation to respond to the current global challenges. The need for an effective multilateral system has never been more important to address the nature and the scale of today's global challenges of conflict, instability in the global trading system, climate change, inequality, poverty, international terrorism, and technological disruption, to mention just a few. We should collectively stand firm in our call for multilateralism to remain at the center of global affairs. It is also important for our two countries to maintain regular consultation on vital issues, such as the need for the reform of the United Nations Security Council and other multilateral institutions. We share same conviction of a fairer, equitable representation and democratic UN Security Council, reflecting of the current geopolitical reality, and therefore should unite in order to ensure that the desired reforms takes place sooner rather than later. The Global South must have permanent representation and a voice on the United Nations Security Council so that it reflects the global demographics and reality. Honorable Prime Minister, we welcome the adoption of the Pact for the Future, the Global Digital Compact, and the Declaration on the Future Generation, of whose adoption Namibia had the privilege to facilitate together with Germany as co-facilitators. I'm very confident that the pact will go a long way in regionalizing multilateralism, accelerating the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals, and bring the world to step closer towards ending poverty, promoting shared economic prosperity, social development, and environmental protection for all countries. Honorable Prime Minister, terrorism continues to pose a major threat to international peace and security and undermine economic and social development. And Namibia expressed a strong condemnation of the scourge of terrorism in all its forms and manifestation. We equally wish to reaffirm our unwavering support for the right to self-determination of people living under foreign occupation and colonial domination. All needs to be done in accordance to the UN Charter and the international law. Specific example is the Palestine and Western Sahara. The realization of these rights is essential for the promotion of peace, justice, and human dignity. In this context, we call for renewed international efforts to support people seeking to exercise their legitimate right to self-determination. Honorable Prime Minister, it is really my hope that during this discussion and exchange of views that we are starting now, we will be able to work together to strengthen the good relationship and cooperation in different fields and explore new ways of collaboration while leveraging on the long-standing and historical relations, growing economic opportunity offered by our two countries, the vigor and our people-to-people ties, and our unyielding commitment to development and prosperity of our two nations. Once again, Honorable Prime Minister and your delegation, you are welcome to Namibia. Feel at home in Namibia, is your country, And with this, I now have the honor and privilege to kindly invite you, Honorable Prime Minister, to deliver your statement.
एक्सेलेंसी, आपके रमणीय देश में आकर एक्सेलेंसी, आपके रमणीय देश में आकर मुझे बहुत ही प्रसन्नता हो रही है। नामीबिया में हमारे स्वागत और आतिथ्य सत्कार के लिए मैं आपका, नामीबिया सरकार का और नामीबिया के सभी लोगों का हार्दिक आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। हमारे ऐतिहासिक संबंधों की झलक इस आत्मीयता में स्पष्ट दिखाई देती है। एक्सेलेंसी, 140 करोड़ भारतीयों की ओर से मैं आपको नामीबिया की 5वीं प्रेसिडेंट चुने जाने पर हार्दिक बधाई देता हूं। मैं नामीबिया के लोगों को भी बधाई देता हूं कि उन्हें अपनी पहली महिला प्रेसिडेंट मिली है। एक्सेलेंसी, हमारे ऐतिहासिक संबंध हमारे आपसी विश्वास और साझा मूल्यों पर आधारित है। नामीबिया की प्राकृतिक सुंदरता और समृद्ध विरासत के लिए भारत के मन में गहरा सम्मान और जुड़ाव है। हमें गर्व है कि नामीबिया की आजादी की लड़ाई में भारत ने सदैव नामीबिया के हक के लिए अपनी आवाज उठाई। गांधी जी के सिद्धांतों ने दोनों देशों को प्रेरित किया। एक्सेलेंसी, फाउंडिंग फादर सैम नुयोमा, उनके निधन पर मैं सभी भारतवासियों की ओर से संवेदनाएं प्रकट करता हूं। भारत से उनका बहुत पुराना नाता था और हमारे द्विपक्षीय संबंधों को आज भी उनकी दूरदर्शिता का लाभ मिल रहा है। 1998 में अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी ने नामीबिया की यात्रा की थी और एक लंबे अंतराल के बाद आज मुझे नामीबिया आने का सुअवसर मिला है। आपके कार्यकाल में भारतीय प्रधानमंत्री को आपके पहले विदेशी अतिथि होने का सौभाग्य मिला है। इसके लिए आपका हार्दिक धन्यवाद। आज हम रक्षा और सुरक्षा सहयोग से लेकर डिजिटल, टेक्नोलॉजी, कृषि, हेल्थ, शिक्षा, क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स और हाइड्रोकार्बन जैसे सभी क्षेत्रों में अपने सहयोग पर चर्चा करेंगे। वैसे भी अभी जब हम बैठे थे तो कई विषयों पर विस्तार से चर्चा करने का अवसर मिला है और मुझे भी खुशी हुई कि काफी विषयों पर हम दोनों ने मिलकर के खुलकर के बातें की। करीब करीब सभी विषयों को स्पर्श करने का प्रयास किया है। मुझे विश्वास है कि आज हम अपने ऐतिहासिक संबंधों में कई नए आयाम जोड़ेंगे। एक्सेलेंसी, पहलगाम में हुए आतंकी हमले पर आपकी संवेदनाओं और समर्थन के लिए आपका मैं आभारी हूं। ऐसे कठिन समय में अपने मित्र देशों के समर्थन से हमें बहुत ताकत मिली। एक्सेलेंसी, पिछले महीने अहमदाबाद में हुए विमान हादसे पर भी आपकी संवेदनाओं के लिए बहुत धन्यवाद। हमारी एजेंसी अभी इसकी जांच कर रही है। हमारे बीच उच्च स्तरीय सहयोग निरंतर बना रहा है। बहुत खुशी की बात है कि भारत को नामीबिया के सभी प्रेसिडेंट्स का स्वागत करने का सौभाग्य मिला है। एक्सेलेंसी, आप भारत से परिचित हैं, पहले भी यात्रा कर चुके हैं। नामीबिया के राष्ट्रपति के रूप में मैं आपको भारत यात्रा का निमंत्रण देता हूं। भारत में आपका स्वागत करने में हमें बहुत प्रसन्नता होगी। एक्सेलेंसी, आपने मुझे नामीबिया के सर्वोच्च सिविलियन अवार्ड, द ऑर्डर ऑफ द मोस्ट एंशियंट वेलविचिया मिराबिलिस से सम्मानित करने का निर्णय लिया है। 140 करोड़ भारतीयों के लिए यह बहुत सम्मान की बात है। इसके लिए मैं आपका और नामीबिया सरकार का हार्दिक धन्यवाद करता हूं। एक्सेलेंसी, आज आपने कई विषयों को विस्तार से चर्चा की है। मैं इसके लिए भी आपका बहुत बहुत आभारी हूं। रक्षा क्षेत्र में हमारा लंबा सहयोग रहा है। भारतीय हेलीकॉप्टर प्रशिक्षण टीम और एक एडवाइजरी टीम नामीबिया में अपनी सेवाएं दे रही हैं। नामीबिया की सशस्त्र सेनाओं के आधुनिकीकरण में हम सहयोग कर सकते हैं, जैसे ट्रेनिंग, जॉइंट एक्सरसाइज और रक्षा उत्पाद में। नामीबिया के एक्सक्लूसिव इकोनॉमिक जोन में मैरीटाइम सिक्योरिटी, फिशरीज और अवैध गतिविधियों के रोकथाम के लिए हम मिलकर काम कर सकते हैं। एक्सेलेंसी, हमने भारत में डिफेंस प्रोडक्शन के लिए पूरा इकोसिस्टम तैयार किया है। हाल ही में हुए ऑपरेशन सिंदूर में हमारे इंडिजीनियस रक्षा उत्पादों ने अपना लोहा दिखाया। भारत एमआरओ सुविधा के लिए एक हब बनकर उभर रहा है। आपके एयरफोर्स जहाजों के साथ साथ नेवी के शिप्स, पेट्रोल बोट आदि के लिए भी भारत में एमआरओ सुविधा उपलब्ध है। यदि आप चाहें तो नामीबिया के लिए एक विशेष डिफेंस लाइन ऑफ क्रेडिट की सुविधा भी दी जा सकती है। एक्सेलेंसी, हमारा द्विपक्षीय व्यापार पिछले कुछ सालों में बहुत तेजी से बढ़ा है और अभी इसे बढ़ाने की बहुत संभावना है। इंडिया साकू पीटीए पर भी फिर से चर्चा शुरू हो गई है। हमारी सरकारी कंपनी मैंगलोर रिफाइनरी और पेट्रोकेमिकल नामीबिया को पेट्रोलियम प्रोडक्ट्स निर्यात की इच्छुक है। इसमें पहले कुछ तकनीकी अड़चनें आई थी। हम अपनी टीमों को इन्हें सुलझाने के लिए निर्देश दे सकते हैं। हमारी सरकारी कंपनियां क्रूड ऑयल के सोर्सेज को डाइवर्सिफाई करना चाहती हैं। नामीबिया के साथ लॉन्ग टर्म कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में उनकी रुचि है। एक्सेलेंसी, हमने भारत में नेशनल क्रिटिकल मिनरल मिशन लॉन्च किया है। हम नामीबिया को अपने पार्टनर देश के रूप में देखते हैं। क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स क्षेत्र में संस्थागत रूप से सहयोग के लिए हम एक क्रिटिकल मिनरल पार्टनरशिप एग्रीमेंट साइन कर सकते हैं। हमारी टीम ने 2009 के जियोलॉजी और मिनरल एमओयू को भी रिन्यू करने के लिए प्रस्ताव रखा है। इसके अंतर्गत हम एक्सप्लोरेशन और मैपिंग में भी सहयोग कर सकते हैं। एक्सेलेंसी, सिविल न्यूक्लियर कोऑपरेशन में लंबे समय से एग्रीमेंट लंबित हैं। इसमें कुछ तकनीकी दिक्कतें हैं। भारत एक रिस्पॉन्सिबल न्यूक्लियर पावर है। रिन्यूएबल और नॉन फॉसिल फ्यूल के क्षेत्र में हमारे महत्वाकांक्षी लक्ष्य हैं, जिन्हें हम पूरा भी कर रहे हैं। हमारा आपसे अनुरोध है कि इस विषय में कोई समाधान निकाला जाए। एक्सेलेंसी, सूखा क्षेत्र होने की वजह से नामीबिया में खारे पानी की बड़ी समस्या है। इस विषय में मैं एक प्रस्ताव रखता हूं। भारत के ओशन टेक्नोलॉजी इंस्टीट्यूट ने, जो चेन्नई में है, डिसैलिनेशन के लिए एक किफायती और स्केलेबल टेक्नोलॉजी बनाई है। इसे हम अपने द्वीपों पर प्रयोग कर रहे हैं। एक प्लांट से एक दिन में 1 लाख लीटर पीने का पानी तैयार हो जाता है। हमें ये टेक्नोलॉजी आपके साथ साझा करने में खुशी होगी। एक्सेलेंसी, डिजिटल टेक्नोलॉजी में हमारे बीच सकारात्मक सहयोग है। बहुत खुशी की बात है कि जल्द ही नामीबिया में यूपीआई पर आधारित डिजिटल पेमेंट सिस्टम लॉन्च किया जाएगा। यह टेक्नोलॉजी हमने वॉइस ऑफ ग्लोबल साउथ के मन से सभी पार्टनर देशों को ऑफर की है। साइबर सिक्योरिटी के क्षेत्र में एक द्विपक्षीय डायलॉग शुरू किया जा सकता है। जॉइंट वर्कशॉप, कॉन्फ्रेंस और सेफ ऑनलाइन कैंपेन भी किया जा सकते हैं। एक्सेलेंसी, हमें खुशी है कि जरूरत के समय हम नामीबिया के लोगों को मानवीय सहायता पहुंचा सके, चाहे वो सूखे की बात हो या कोविड महामारी। आपके अनुरोध पर एंटी मलेरिया दवाएं और किट भी भेजी जाएगी। नामीबिया में कृषि उपकरण फैक्ट्री और फार्मा फैक्ट्री बनाने के आपके प्रस्ताव के बारे में मुझे बताया गया है। इसमें सहयोग करने में हमें खुशी होगी। आप अपने लोगों को कृषि क्षेत्र में ट्रेनिंग के लिए भी भारत भेज सकते हैं। हमने एक ड्रोन दीदी नामक योजना शुरू की है, जिसमें गांव की महिलाएं ड्रोन उड़ाकर उर्वरक, कीटनाशक का छिड़काव, जमीन की निगरानी और बीज बोने जैसे कार्य कर रही है। हेल्थ सेक्टर में यदि नामीबिया भारतीय फार्माकोपिया को मान्यता देता है, तो किफायती भारतीय दवाओं का लाभ आपके लोगों को भी मिल सकता है। नामीबिया में एक जन औषधि केंद्र भी खोला जा सकता है, जहां जेनेरिक दवाएं बहुत किफायती कीमत पर मिलेगी और सीधे भारतीय निर्माताओं से आएगी। अफ्रीका में मॉरिशस में एक जन औषधि केंद्र खोला गया है। एक्सेलेंसी, प्रोजेक्ट चीता में सहयोग के लिए मैं आपका और नामीबिया सरकार का हार्दिक धन्यवाद करता हूं। हमने 8 से शुरुआत की थी और इस समय चीतों की संख्या 12 हो गई है। हम इसके दूसरे चरण के लिए आपके सहयोग की आशा करते हैं। भारत की पहल इंटरनेशनल बिग कैट अलायंस, ग्लोबल बायोफ्यूल अलायंस और CDRI से जुड़ने के लिए हम आपका हार्दिक धन्यवाद करते हैं। भारत की G20 अध्यक्षता में अफ्रीकन यूनियन को G20 की स्थायी सदस्यता मिलना हमारे लिए गर्व का और संतोष का विषय है। अंतर्राष्ट्रीय विषयों पर आपने जो विचार रखे हैं, मैं उनसे पूरी तरह सहमत हूं। यूएन और अन्य इंटरनेशनल बॉडीज का रिफॉर्म आवश्यक है ताकि यह समकालीन बने। आतंकवाद पूरी मानवता के लिए बड़ा खतरा है। हमें एकजुटता से इससे लड़ना है। यह हम सहमत है कि पश्चिम एशिया और यूरोप में चल रहे संघर्षों का जल्द से जल्द अंत होना चाहिए। आज मैं नामीबिया के यात्रा के दौरान अफ्रीका के साथ हमारे संबंधों को फिर एक बार दोहराता हूं। एक्सेलेंसी, मैं फिर एक बार स्वागत सम्मान के लिए आपका हृदय से बहुत बहुत आभार व्यक्त करता हूं।
Thank you once again, Honorable Prime Minister. And from your statement, clearly there is a lot that we can do together. And you have really highlighted our priority areas. Our ministers were here when we were on the other side, and possible there are some points that the
My name is Ndoripula Hamtumwa. I'm the chairperson of the Region 5 Youth Games. Namibia is known for hosting major multidisciplinary games. As you recall, in 2006, Namibia hosted this edition, and that created a platform for us to be able to host junior multidisciplinary competition, such as the AU Region 5 Youth Games. We have the systems in place, therefore Namibia is destined to host these major games. This is a platform where we shape characters, where we shape new ideals, where we create friendship, where we begin to speak about economic empowerment, youth empowerment, and this great excitement, this great
developments there between Namibia and India, with emphasis on this visit being a practical South-to-South collaboration and an opportunity to cooperate in various areas with various ministries. Now, of course, these areas included capacity building, agriculture, pharmaceutical manufacturing, disaster risk management, cultural cooperation, digitization, rural development, data protection, and of course privacy initiatives, and sharing skills with India with Namibia and also their expertise. Now, also seen President Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah emphasizing on Namibia and India's trade relations, which remain central to the two nations' cooperation, and also hoping to expand trade and cooperation between the two countries. She also highlighted immense potential in areas such as green hydrogen, which has been center stage, mining and value addition, also oil and gas, agriculture, and of course food security and tourism development, and just to capitalize really on opportunities that are being provided in these various sectors. And she also touched on enhancing opportunities for young people, as well as addressing poverty, which is something that she has been placing much emphasis on since she assumed